ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಭಾವಬೋಧಕೃತಂ ಸೇವೆ ರಘೂತ್ತಮ ಮಹಾಗುರು ಯತ್ ಶಿಷ್ಯ ಶಿಷ್ಯ ಶಿಷ್ಯಾದ್ಯಾಹ ಟಿಪ್ಪಣ್ಯಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಸಂಹಿತಾಃ ವಿದ್ಯಾಪೀಠ ವಿಧಾತಾರಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾವಾರಿಧಿ ಚಂದಿರಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿವತ್ಸಲಂ ವಂದೇ ಮಹಾಮಹಿಮ ಸದ್ಗುರುಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. Talking about a saint like Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji is truly invigorating. A person who truly dedicated his entire life in serving the Lord Rama and writing commentaries to the works of Madhvacharya. Every year we do fasting on this day, Vaikuntha Ekadashi. We should obviously remember the great Yathi Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji as his Aradhana falls today. Taking his name alone with bare mouth brings us a lot of punya. Let us know the least about him today on this auspicious day and follow the path led by him. Raghuvarya Tirtha Swamiji, the ashrama guru of Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji, once visited Swarnavata village, which is located in Maharashtra state. Gangabai, the Purvashrama sister of Raghuvarya Tirtha Swamiji, and Subhabhatta stayed there. They were childless. They had no issues. They fell on the feet of His Holiness and pleaded them to offer a boon to them. After repeated requests, Swamiji accepted bhiksha at their home and blessed them on one condition, that their first child to be handed over to the matha. The couple were first bewildered. Later they accepted to do so. Very soon, Srimati Gangabai conceived. As informed earlier, Swamiji returned to the village expecting the birth of the child. A big gold plate was sent to the house from the matha. The child born should be directly placed in the plate without touching the earth. These were the orders sent by His Holiness. Accordingly, a baby boy was born and he was brought to the matha in the golden plate. Look at the punya of the child. The child was named Ramachandra by Raghuvarya Tirtha himself. Daily, he was fed with Abhisheka milk done to Lord Sri Rama. He ate only the food which is served to Lord Rama. Soon, few years passed by, and at the age of 7, the thread ceremony took place. Next year, at an age of 8 years, which is very early, Raghuvarya Tirtha Swamiji ordained him to sannyasa ashrama as a Bala sannyasi. Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji was a Bala sannyasi. After Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji, the present pontiff, Sri Satyatma Tirtha Swamiji, is also a Bala sannyasi. Raghuvarya Tirtha Swamiji ordained Ramachandra into sannyasa ashrama and named him as Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji. Raghuvarya Tirtha Swamiji sensed his end to be near and soon entrusted Raghuttama Tirtha to Adya Varadacharya for the advanced studies of Nyaya Shastras. Raghuvarya Tirtha Swamiji entered Vrindavan at Anegondi. Adya Varadacharya, who is a Grahastha Brahmana, was a very highly eminent scholar of those days. At the same time, he was puffed up with pride. Everyone used to call him as Bili Shati Swamigalu. His puja was similar to that of Samsthana puja. Raghuttama Tirtha obtained his advanced studies in Nyayasudha and Vedanta from Sri Adya Varadacharya as per the directions of his guru Sri Raghuvarya Tirtha Swamiji. Once it so happened, on a Dwadashi day, the zamindar of the village invited His Holiness Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji and Pandit Adya Varadacharya for partaking the food, what we called as bhiksha, on Dwadashi. Raghuttama Tirtha completed his daily course, Anika Japa, early in the morning and went to zamindar's house. It became quite late that day. Here, Varadacharya and others had already commenced taking food without waiting for His Holiness. When Swamiji arrived at Zamindar's house, he was stunned for a second. Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji felt very bad that day. Here, one should not mistake. Swamiji didn't feel bad because they haven't waited for him. He felt this as an insult to the great Uttaradimat, to the great Mahasamsthana. He didn't partake meals that day and went to bed empty stomach. That night, Lord Rama appeared in his dream in the form of Sri Raghuvarya Tirtharu and wrote the symbolic letters, what we define them as Bijakshara, on the tongue of Sri Raghuttama Tirtha and blessed him that he would be the master of all knowledge and skills since then. The next day, Adya Varadacharya, as usual, was waiting for Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji to commence his daily lectures at his own residence. Here in the Matha, Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji himself started to deliver impressive lectures. In Nyaya Sudha, a part, Bahulantani, which was not even so clear for Pandit Varadacharya himself, Swamiji explained it so precisely and briefly by giving exact quotations and explanations. Adya Varadacharya, who was hiding himself behind a wall and listening to Swamiji's excellent lecture, cleared all his doubts. He understood his mistake and fell on the feet of His Holiness and begged for his pardon for all his previous mistakes due to his pride and foolishness. Sri Adya Varadacharya lay prostrated before Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji and admitted his superiority in knowledge and paid respect to him. The most noble Swami comforted the Pandit and declared that he should have first Tirtham in Uttaradimat, which is being followed even now by blessing the Adya family members with the Tirtham first. Not just one such, many incidents took place during his reign. Apart from his scholarship, after Jayatirtha Swamiji, Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji became a famous Tikakara, meaning Tikas, what we define them as commentaries. He is also widely known as Bhavabodhacharya for his famous works. From his commentaries, one can easily analyze that his language is simple and precise. His lucid explanations are crystal clear. He makes his points forcefully. He often quotes unique examples which are exactly relevant. He composed 10 commentaries, out of which 5 of them he composed in Sri Rangam. Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji was the one who brought a revolution in the system of Bhiksha. Earlier, till the period of Raghuvarya Tirtha Swamiji, the sannyasi or the Pitadipati used to go to each and every house of Brahmins who maintained sanctity for their daily Bhiksha. This was an age-old tradition which was practiced since late to get their Bhiksha to meet their daily requirements. Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji changed his practice of daily Bhiksha and brought a new practice. A separate cooking was arranged for daily Naivedya Hastodaka for the Lord and Pitadipati. This practice from then to now ensures Shuchitva, pure, what we call it as purity, sanctity in the preparation of Sri Lord's Naivedya. The same system is being followed till date not only by Uttaradimatyatis, by almost all the Pitadipatis. Many miracles were shown by Sri Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji. Many people who had no issues, who were childless, with the Mantrakshati, with the fruit of Swamiji, they soon got children. Dumb people, by serving His Holiness, were able to talk. Many people got their diseases cured by serving the Lord. One or two, many miracles were shown by him. Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji dedicated his entire life in serving Lord Rama and following the path led by Madhvacharya. He led a very simple life. Even today, his Vrindavan will not be decorated daily. Only on the Aradhana days, it will be decorated. The next morning, the decoration will be removed. This proves that he never laid any significance towards the worldly desires. Raghuttama Tirtha Swamiji gave ashrama to Raghupati Tirtharu initially, but Raghupati Tirtha Swamiji entered Vrindavan at a very early age. Next, he gave ashrama to Sri Vedavyas Tirtharu, who became the next pontiff of Uttaradimat. He even ordained Vedesh Tirtha Swamiji into pontificate, who gave us a gem like Yadavaryaru, who has done a commentary on Bhagavata and many works. Pranamat Kamadhenuncha Bhajat Surata Rupamam Sri Bhava Bodha Krutpada Chintamani Upasmahe. The recitation of the above shloka alone brings unlimited grace and blessings of Swamiji. The Swamiji is also addressed as Bhavabodhakararu, since he wrote commentaries, what we call it as Bodha, on the Bhava or the inner meanings of works of Srimadacharya and Sri Jayatirtha Swamiji. Today, let us offer our salutations and prostrations to the great saint who stood a personification of simplicity, austerity and penance. Raghuttama Gurum Vande Raghuttama Padarchakam Gambhirya Nartha Bahulya Tika Tatparya Bodhakam. Shri Krishnarpanamastu.